What is up, everybody? How you dreamers doing? I hope them dreams are coming true. Thank you so much for being here with me, your humble host, Robbie Dagger. And I'm so glad to have you here with me. I really am. I'm excited. I'm souped. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe, because before we get into this, we're gonna be going all over the place talking about the healer role here. The healer role. So there's a lot to talk about. There's kind of a lot to discuss. So strap yourselves in, y'all. We are getting started. Welcome to the chat, buddy Tofik. I'm glad to have you here. Awesome dudes up in the chat and the stream. Welcome to the stream, everybody who's watching. If you would like to just come by and ask a question, that's cool. And or if you just want to say hi, that's also good too. But anyways, let's get into this. Let's see what's going on. So what I'm showing you here is what I'm using to defeat the 4-star Sicarius Ifrit with the mini boss that's Odin, or it's not really a mini boss. So to me, this is what I came up with after a lot of trial and error, a lot of experimentation. This is what I came up with to work the best for me for like an easy to obtain, more of like a free to play ability shop item setup. If you wanted to, I would say this works pretty good, and this worked out pretty good for me. The biggest problem you're gonna run into as a 4-star healer is your breaker friends. Well, we all love our breakers. Breakers just tend to die. They tend to be the first to go. So that's why I brought Regen here. That's why I've been spending time leveling up the Regen. I know it's not very high right now, and I actually have like no unlocked abilities on it. 5/6, so it's pretty much a 4-star card. If you have all these boons on it, all the extra skills, it's really good. It ends up being a really good card. It'll give you a lot of good heals. And I like Regen more than Cure. I just don't feel like Cure is that useful in this game. In my personal opinion, I wouldn't invest any time into Cure, and I would just go for these cards here. These cards are all sweet to me. And I'll kind of, my style of healing is I like to keep the HP as full as possible. That just seems to be the smoothest way to go. Nobody worries. Nobody's shitting their pants. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry about the language. Nobody's pooping their pants or nothing like that. So I really like the Regen because it will help out a lot when you're talking about that breaker. Because the breaker just takes tons of damage. And that'll give you a couple of heals. I think at least 3. And then I also like Wall. I really like Wall. And I know there's abilities out there that do these same things. I would say look at this like a basic template, and then just kind of work your way up from here. Like, instead of Wall, if you have it, and I know not everybody's going to have it if you weren't around for the Final Fantasy 15 event, but man, get that Luna Frey out. Get that Luna Frey out. Put her in that spot because she adds Wall. She also gives you like crazy elemental resistances, and then she adds Snipe too. So I would definitely recommend that, even though it's a 4+. I'd still recommend that over Wall. But just try to have the strongest cards you possibly can. Like, if I had all the unlocked skills on all these cards, this would be an amazing setup and a lot more effective than how I'm using it right now. So keep that in mind, because you will notice that this setup doesn't have haste, and it's probably the most depressing thing in the world. But this is the only setup that I was able to find that was easy, super easy to obtain, where I could get through the whole battle no matter what happened and keep the party alive. And the whole goal of this would be to stagger all these abilities. So you would use like 1 or 2 of these abilities every turn tops. You don't want to go over that, because you're gonna get into not having abilities up when you really actually need them to heal people. So that's kind of why I recommend staggering your abilities and using like 1 or 2 a turn, not more than that. So the other thing, I'm not sure if this is available as of yet, but it should be available soon, like with by the end of the month. The Knights of the Round card is coming to the ability shop, y'all, and that is super exciting news. And, you know, I'm excited about it, even though I have it already maxed. I'm not going to need another one or anything. But try to get... I'm using this card as my buff. It's a sweet buff. Let's just be real. And I'm using this buff over any other buff right now because it gives you... because it's an ability shop item. What you could also do is bring haste in that spot instead. Not a terrible idea at all. Really, really not a terrible idea at all. Welcome to the chat, Y40. Y40 Penta asks, what do you recommend for the extra skills fused into? Oh, for like for these back here, as you can see, I'm kind of neglecting them, the extra extension materials. For a healer, I mean, I usually just stick with magic up. Something that would give you like a prismatic draw or anything with like life orb. That's good too. I know it's not much, but any little thing will help. One of the biggest problems I have as a healer also is just not having heart orbs when I need them. That is another huge issue you might run into. And you know, we'll talk about weapons and stuff. But that's also why I talk about staggering your abilities and trying to get prismatic orbs as much as you can, because those will help you, you know, use them as hearts and everything like that. And then of course, so this card, you can go either way. You can do Ultimate Boon if you feel like it, or you can do Haste, whichever you feel like your party needs more. I went with Ultimate Boon. It seems to go okay. Either way, I feel like it's pretty slow. This isn't the very best setup to use at all. This is like a bare minimum. You're gonna scrape by. This setup does actually. It'll work. You'll be able to keep your party alive pretty much forever. Like I did it. And, you know, you can do it too, for sure. This setup allows you to do it. You just kind of have to, you know, make that decision. And then, you know, with the barrier, I definitely recommend barrier. You don't want to not bring barrier. Ever. You need it. You absolutely need it. That fat chocobo, baby. And, you know, if you've got that Cindy card, that service is super good. It gives you barrier and haste, so it would pretty much replace 2 of the cards in my deck right now, which would be amazing. And, you know, that would be an awesome thing. But, you know, the free-to-play setup doesn't allow such things. Because, say if you just get... So this video is like for a healer who's like just coming into the game, and you know, you want to know what to level up to be good at multiplayer. Then, you know, focus on these types of abilities, not necessarily these cards, because if you've got a better card, then you're going to want to use the better cards for sure. Let's go into the weapon really quick, and this weapon is out right now in the multiplayer shop. And I'm working on it. It's still not 4-star, but this thing is going to be a beast when it gets 4-star. Look what it gives you, y'all. You need to be getting these astral weapons. They're beautiful. Not only are they, you know, pretty nice looking. Check that out. Oh, it's got a little skull on it. I didn't notice that before. That doesn't surprise me at all for a Final Fantasy game. And look what it gives you. Look at these abilities. Comes with 3 abilities unlocked. And I haven't tried to boost it yet, so it can probably be boosted. HP up plus 10%. That's always going to help you. Elemental Third Strike plus 2. That's pretty nice. You know, that's one of those things, you know, we often overlook, but that actually will help you a lot. Just more orbs. This is what I really like, the Prismatic Draw plus 15%. That combined with this pretty much does it for me. The HP up plus 10% plus the Prismatic Draw plus 15. The Prismatic Draw plus 15, if you're a healer, or if you're any class, but especially if you're a healer, it's gonna, those Prismatic orbs save lives. So, you know, that's why I went with that. So this is kind of the bare minimum, bare bones setup. The battles are pretty long. Honestly, they're pretty long, just because you know, you're either hasting your party or you're hasting your, you know, buffing them. I find that most attackers will bring a buff, at least one self buff for their attack. That's why I kind of feel okay about bringing haste instead of ultimate boon. But I like the ultimate boon because it's going to help everything. Like, it helps breaks, it helps attacks, or it helps, you know, ultimates and attacks. And it's going to help your, you know, it gives you the faith too, so it's going to make everybody do more damage. So it's a sweet buff, it just doesn't have haste on it. And, you know, more turns, the more turns the better. So, Ariz, welcome to the chat, buddy. Everybody check out his awesome artwork that's on. I'm still rocking your artwork, Ariz. I probably will always rock it. It's awesome. So, you know, that's just how I feel right now about the healer here, the healer role in the 4-star. This is like, just, you know, if you have to do it, this is a good way to do it, to keep your party alive. That's the whole goal right now, y'all, is to no deaths. You don't want anybody to die. When somebody dies, you'll feel bad. You won't feel good. So, let me show you where I got this weapon really quick, just in case you're like totally clueless as to where I got it. Right here. Go to the other tab on the item exchange menu, right at the top, baby. And look what you need to get it maxed out. You need these Ifrit's Temerities. And to do that, you have to beat Ifrit with on 4-star with no one dying in the group. So that is why I feel like the healer role is the most important role of the whole party. Let's be real, y'all. It's the heart and soul of the party. Everything starts and ends with the healer. That's why I always do my healer guides first, because we need more good healers in multiplayer. You cannot have enough good healers. You really can't. So make sure you also take note that there's also red 5-star jewels available. So, and the green star 5-star jewels are still available. So check those out, y'all. Check that stuff out. Don't be not getting it. Especially because it's like limited time. Like, look at this. Time limited, and I'm going crazy. We gotta get this Astro Wand X, y'all. We got to get it. Oh, these are time limited too, so we gotta hustle. Shoot. Nameless, welcome to the chat, buddy. I am doing awesome. How are you? Oh, Tofik, you are right. And Y40 is right too. Healers are the key. They really are. They're the heart and soul of the battle, and you need them. Now, I hesitate. I really do hesitate to show you guys how this performs in a real scenario. And I only do that because it's just so long. And like it could be so treacherous. Like, I've had battles, y'all, where every single person... I've had battles that have taken 40 minutes using this setup. Let me just say that. And, oh, man. Oh, it's painful. It's so painful. So painful. Aries, if you want to play defender, if you feel like you got this, 4-star, we're gonna need everybody tip-top shape, honestly, because this is like the bare bones here that I got, and oh, it makes me it makes me nervous. It makes me a little nervous, honestly, because if things don't go really well, basically, people start dying. People will die. It's hard. It's hard playing this role, y'all. Man, it's hard. But, yeah, we might have trouble we might have trouble assembling a group anyway, just because it really does seem like people are hesitant to come into the group if you don't have the Aerith card as your healer. So it's pretty rough in that regard. You gotta, if you're making a party, you have to be super critical, super duper critical of every single person who's in that party, especially as a pickup grouper. I do this from, I know a lot of y'all have like a main setup, and I could probably put a team together using some of the people in the chat right now. I know a lot of you guys want to play, but I'm just showing this. I'm just showing how to do a pickup group as an example, because I'm sure a lot of people don't have people to play with, and it's not any less fun. I love playing with total strangers, y'all. It's exciting. It really is, and sometimes the battles will go really well, and sometimes they don't. But it's always fun. That's for sure. It's always fun playing in the multiplayer. I was kind of out of it for a long time. I was kind of just focused on leveling cards. That's how I got so many like I was just focused for a long time on just like fodder and stuff. And I still have a lot of work to do as far as like leveling up cards. That's why multiplayer does kind of sit on the back burner sometimes, but it really shouldn't. It really shouldn't. So the reason I keep checking this guy out is just like I don't love his setup. I really don't. Nothing there really stands out to me that's gonna do a lot of attack. Nothing there is gonna hurt Odin. So I'm gonna be a jerk and re-roll the party, because you really want good members in your party, honestly, because these cards, there's a chance these cards could fail us. Say you miss an orb, say you're like a couple orbs short one round, you're screwed. You know what I mean? Like, y'all know exactly what that's like. Yeah, that's a little better. That's a little better. Not really gonna help us against Ifrit, which kind of worries me, but definitely pretty OP. And we got a breaker, Dragoon breaker here. Oh, he's out. So just that's just my comments, my personal comments on the building the party. I think probably one of the most critical things about building the party, about building a good party, is to actually look at everybody. Like hold your finger over these people and look at their cards, because it makes a huge difference. These are decent cards. He's got his poo-poo. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. Oh man, we got a full party. Looks good. It looks good to me. It gives me, I give it the stamp of approval if everybody readies up. But we'll see. And I always say hello. You gotta be polite, y'all. So let's see if this is doable. Let's see if we can make this work. And I did find that you have to be... I did have a lot of fun with this build, because it's like so... You really have to think. You have to think all the time. So, we started off really nice. We got 3 orbs to start, so we're going to be able to get 1 buff off here. We're going to probably start with haste. And, I might regret that, because I usually feel like it is better to start with barrier. Just because I like to survive. Just for stream's sake, we'll do haste. Let's see how much damage I take this first turn. Usually it's not much. Yeah, usually that first turn is okay. Well, Bren is gonna be the one we're gonna, you know, have the most trouble keeping alive. As you can see. So we'll go with barrier. We cannot take another hit like that. So we'll go with barrier. Do a couple auto attacks. Hopefully we can regen some hearts. Lee Edwards, welcome to the chat, buddy. He says, I love doing the 4-star. It's tough and fun. Shame only class I can play is Defender. I don't have the greatest classes. Defender is super awesome to play, though, dude. Defender is vital, also. Defender is so much fun. Oh, and that was a good timing for a barrier, and a you know, our tank did good. He resisted wind for us. That's very, very, very necessary. And we're gonna get a regen off this turn. I don't feel like it's time for a wall just yet. I really like to save wall for right before, you know, the Sicarius is about to use their ultimate, and you'll know exactly when that's happening because they'll do their charge. They charge for a turn. So I'm kind of just focusing on what I'm doing, but you know, the party is doing well. I'm not really talking about what they're doing, but they're doing pretty good right now. We got that yellow bar all the way down, and now we just need the breaker to break, and of course the rest of the team will help out with that. Oh, Tawfiq Kabir gets the wall. Yeah, buddy. I save it for right before that ultimate. So this turn, I'm not even going to use anything. What I could actually do a wall or a little. No, I'm not going to do a wall early. I've done that before, and it's bit me in the booty, so I'm not even going to do that. Anton Mueller, welcome to the chat, buddy. He says, hi all. Robbie, your vids helped me a lot. Got decent defender if needed. Oh, nice, bud. We probably will need you. Welcome. We need all the warriors of light we can get, y'all. All of you. And I hope this helps. I really do. Oh my goodness. So remember how I said that breaker is usually the one to take the most damage. And that's what happened that turn. We're probably going to have to go... I'm just going to wall to... I hate to do that, but... I'm going to wall right now just to defend that character. Just to defend our breaker here. We really, really, really need the tank to drive wind. Oops. Used the wrong thing there. I have a really hard time clicking these things. I don't know why. this turn we're probably just going to do nothing because the enemy is broken. So let's see what the team's got here. Let's see how much damage they can do. Tofik Kabir asks, bro, why did you not take Ultimate Boon? Oh, Tofik. I should have taken it probably, but I went with haste. Just to, you know, just to change it up. Reese makes a good point. The Grimmery, oh god, no! Ugh, my heart is broken. Broken. So, I can kind of tell y'all what happened there, for sure. We really needed the tank to drive wind. That's pretty much what happened. He's driving it now, which is great. But that's like you're basically, besides doing a provoke and a debuff and debraving your enemy, probably you really need to drive. You absolutely need to drive and make sure those that little green icon, this one, is on every one of your teammates. Because that's how people die. It's just like that kind of stuff happens. So, it's unfortunate. It really is, but you move on. Move on and keep fighting. You keep fighting the good fight, warriors. You can't let that get you down. But I think I'm gonna do a defender video next, just because I feel like the defender it's probably the second most important role now in these 4-star fights. It's actually pretty dang vital, and there's a lot of where there was a lot of play to it before. There's a lot of there's a lot of things you can do now that weren't kind of there before, skill wise. I'm just gonna region whatever, because the battle's is broken or whatever. Let's just do some damage, because we don't know what's gonna happen here.
Don't get cocky.
And he's getting those jet shots off, but for some reason they're just not doing much. It's probably more because he doesn't have any, I didn't bring Ultimate Boon, which is pretty unfortunate, so he's not buffed at all. And that's completely on the healer here. And there we go, we see an ult coming. And, oh, so unfortunate that I don't have any hearts, any heart orbs. I'm glad to see, well, I'm not glad to see that Ren is not, he does not have a wall up. Oh, now he does. Okay, he just walled himself, so we're good. But, even with wall up, y'all are gonna take some damage on this Zantetsuken. So, just be prepared for that kind of stuff. Nameless says that Ultimate Boon is available in the ability shop. So yeah, probably isn't a bad idea to take Ultimate Boon instead of haste. For sure, for sure. It just gives you a lot more bang for your buck. The problem is getting the hearts to actually do it, but you'll be able to do it at least once. and it's worth it. This is what can happen. So this is, but that's the thing. That's exactly what we were discussing earlier, is kind of how these battles take forever because of the kinds of cards that I'm bringing. So, you know, you might want to stay out of the 5-star battles, or the 4-star battles. I'm sorry. You might want to stay out of the 4-star battles until we'll use a barrier, because barrier's out. You might want to stay out of this level of fight, the 4-star multiplayer battles, until you have an even better setup than I'm currently using right now. So just keep that in mind. This is like the bare minimum what you would want to, you know, keep the party alive all the time. As you can see, it didn't really work, or I mean, it did work. I just couldn't show you the best example because of the driving situation. And, you know, that's out of my hands. That's more of the tanks thing.
Who needs a prophecy?
So, you can't really judge a party off of how it does in the first part of the fight. Because sometimes that attacker's best cards, or most of the time its best cards, are set up to fight the next boss. So I'm sure everybody's like got the greatest setup in the world to fight Ifrit, but you know, fighting Odin's gonna have to be, or you know, you gotta fight Odin first. And people forget, they really forget how difficult this, you know, killing that first boss can be. Like, we're 12 minutes, 13 minutes almost into this fight, and you know, we're working them down. Oh, here we go, finally. We'll probably take some damage as a party. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was expecting. And then now I can heal everybody up. I'll go ahead and I'll use a haste and a wall. Actually, I'll use a haste and a regen. What was I thinking? We'll save wall. Yeah, so Les and Tofik in the chat are saying some smart stuff right now. They're saying that the attacker needs to do damage. So, yeah, that's something I kind of didn't mention yet. And it's true, the attacker is just not, he's not doing, it's like what we were talking about before. He's just like, he's doing his thing, it's just not doing that much damage. And I think part of the problem is that he doesn't have any self buffs. And man, that so that's one reason that you can fail as a healer, is if the battles just go too long, you'll end up having using all your resources eventually at some point to heal, because the boss keeps doing these ults. So the attacker's not doing tons of damage because of me, honestly. It's because he's used to relying on the healer to provide all the buffs, which is perfectly normal. The healer is the one that's supposed to provide the buffs. Problem is, I don't have any consolidated cards right now. So we'll activate wall since we see this ult coming here. And we'll use barrier too, just so we can start getting rid of all these orbs. Normally I would have saved barrier for the next turn, but since we still are gonna have it active for this turn. But if you drive before you use your prismatic orbs, then you lose your prismatic orbs. So keep that in mind. Yeah, one of the things, if you'll notice as a healer that, well, I've noticed playing this this free-to-play setup, I've noticed that the fights go on for a very long time, and you will notice little things like if breaks aren't happening pretty often, or if someone's kind of underplaying their role, you'll notice that the whole party will really suffer. And it will really, anytime like you're not playing your role correctly, you're really putting a huge strain on your healer, because your healer is having to stagger all these different buffs and maintain all these different buffs and heals on the party. And that can be, that can be pretty troublesome sometimes. Little Mishi, welcome to the chat, buddy. Little Mishi says, too bad Cloud doesn't have any water strength attribute. I agree. 100%. I really do. We could talk about better jobs to bring to this. All right, we're gonna drive water. We're just gonna drive away stuff right now and lock up. Watch what the Cloud does. I mean, watch what the team does here. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, the water attribute that little Mishi was talking about, a lot of jobs do have that. Black Mage is wonderful. So wonderful. Also, I showed, my last video, I showed, a striker, but I don't know about bringing a striker into this battle. I don't know. I was thinking about doing a video of it. I don't know. Maybe if y'all want to see it. If y'all want to see it, I'll do it. But a striker as your attacker in a 4-star battle, I don't know. I don't know if it'll make it, y'all. It might not make it through. Oh, shoot. So, this dude's hurt. We're going to have to put a heal up on him. Oh, crap. I ran out of time like a fool. That's what I get for talking and being a fool. Make sure y'all don't do stuff like that. Yeah. Reese Marcoot says Ace Striker has like no HP. No HP at all. And that's how you'll die. That's how you'll probably die. I could barely make it through a 3-star battle, honestly. But I think it's doable. You just have to make some huge sacrifices as an attacker, like no buffs probably. Or no, you might be able to work something out. Alright, so let's focus here for a second. We need to haste. We'll dry fire, we'll haste. We can help out with some attacks, so let's hit the boss like at least twice. Maybe thrice. Just to knock that bar down a little tiny bit. So this might be a long fight. So one thing that could help, if you are, I'm gonna go ahead and regen so we can start getting this guy's life back up. So if you play an attacker, let's talk about that really quick. If you play an attacker, I mean, honestly, you probably will never have this problem where... Well, no, you might have this problem. There's all sorts... I've seen all sorts of wonky builds for healers. So yeah, let's talk about this really quick. If you're playing an attacker, before you queue up, before you ready up, look at your healer. Look at your healer and see what they're using. And I would say, if you really love a certain attacker for a certain battle, make 2 builds. Do one build where you bringing some kind of self buff, some kind of your favorite self buff, at least one of them, and do another build where you're bringing just go ahead and wall. I'm getting worried that we're gonna lose our assassin, so I'm just gonna wall ahead of time, since we still got all of these guardians up anyway, and hope for the best here. So yeah, bring like your favorite buff. That way, just in case you're watching the healer and you're looking and they don't have, they have like a, maybe they have my same setup or something. Just in case, you'll be set up already to just like switch your thing over before you're ready to up. That way you can switch it up, have your heals, have your, not your heals, but have your self buff in there. Sometimes you need it. Bill Mishi asks, does the assassin have any poo-poo cards? Oh my god, my chat is being hilarious right now. The chat is being so funny. And it's fine. It really is. It's totally deserved, because the people in the chat are probably amazing players. And no, they are amazing players. Everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat is an amazing player. I played with some of them, and you know, they should be in this fight with me. But I wanted to be a jerk and show how you could pick up group this, and I'm suffering for it. I really am. We just passed the 22-minute mark. Yeah, we're doing it. We're okay. Oh man, oh my goodness. We just took some major damages there. Wow, and that hurt. We're just gonna pop barrier just to heal as much as we can, and dang, get rid of our orbs too. Oh man. Oh, the pain. Aries Marcoot says, Robbie, I would love to hear you talk about the Mobius FF storyline soon. Oh, I actually might do that, Aries. That actually sounds like something I would enjoy putting together for you guys. I'm a big storyline person. That's why I love Final Fantasy games so much. They usually have like amazing storylines. And our party just turned up, started doing some work here. As healer. Oh god. Okay, so he's about to ult. We're gonna need to get the wall up right away. And hopefully they break that red bar down. We need that red bar broken down. I'll pop a heal. I'll pop a holy here. Hopefully it'll hurt that bar just enough. Oh, we might break, because our lovely breaker here has a breaker, has their ult prepared too. So let's see what happens. I'm excited. Aries Marcoot says, build that wall. For show. If Trump won't do it, I'll do it right now. I just built the wall, guys. Yes. Oh, and we just did not do enough red bar damage, so we're probably going to eat this ultimate here, and it's gonna hurt. Here's a hellfire. Oh, and we almost lost everybody, but thank goodness we didn't. Oh, and we got no heals to bounce back. Good Lord. Well, looks like he's got a heal for himself kind of set up. I really wish. I really wish the tank would help out with heals. I don't know. I haven't been paying super close attention to exactly what he's doing, but he can actually drive those heart orbs that he's got and help the party a whole lot. Just a whole lot. He did provoke, which I like a lot. But yeah, the tank should have drove and healed the party, just like Mishi says. Because yeah, we're just running really low, and another turn. That's another turn where I'm not gonna have enough orbs. That's so depressing. Oh, that's so depressing. Okay, he is providing a heal this round, so that's good. I wish he would have did it the last round, because it looked like he had a good amount. But he's probably got some prismatics. Hopefully. Just don't underestimate the amount you can heal as a tank. You can really, really do some work as a tank. Oh God. Did we really get it that thing that close to breaking? And it's not broken. Oh yes! Yes! That was awesome. That was freaking awesome. That was perfectly timed.
My bad.
And I'm going to have to... We need to pop a haste. But that...
Sorry for the trouble.
I don't know if he has regen on this guy. No, he doesn't. Let's go ahead and regen and hope for the best. Hopefully we get more hard orbs this next turn. So I can now see why you may like Cure more than Regen, just because Cure gives you that insta heal. I just feel like the Regen is a little bit more helpful for the other party members that are low also, because you know, when they get hurt, it'll heal them back up also. So we lost them. We lost them one more time, and that sucks. That really sucks. Let's haste. Let's make sure we got a oh, actually, no, we got a barrier. We don't have a barrier up. Gotta have that barrier up. So, as you can see, like, things can go bad quick in these fights, and people can just die. Now, it's not helpful. I mean, the assassin has like no HP, and that's just like one of those things. That's why Great Gospel is so great. Great Gospel is so amazing, yo. It's like so OP, so incredible. I wish everybody had it. I hope everybody eventually gets it, because it's a healer's dream. Like, I could do the same battle with Great Gospel, and it would be a humongous difference in the amount of ease I have, and like how great the party does. Like, it's insane. Definitely get our wall up. Throw in some auto attacks. We gotta get rid of some of these orbs. Hold on. Gotta get oh, we're gonna lose some prismatics though. Shame. Actually, we'll hold on. We'll hold on for right now, just so we can use those prismatic orbs the next turn for some heart abilities. because we need to get another. Actually, we're okay. Wouldn't be bad if we got another region up though. Might as well. So you can see how if you just have an unlucky round and you somehow don't get any. Oh my goodness!
Not good enough. Time for the real fight. You'll always be in my heart.
What? What just happened? Oh man! Oh my goodness! I was like, what? I'm so confused. Pretty sure what happened was,
One notch red.
nobody had their orbs up, their like defense orbs up. Maybe? I don't know. It looks like they did. It looks like our breaker did. It doesn't look like. Well, I don't know. I don't know at this point. I'll have to go back and look. That was just depressing and treacherous. But look at the time. Look at the time we're running into, y'all. Single digits. Single digits here. This is the first time I've seen a 0 in honestly just a couple minutes, because all these battles just go on forever. If you're using these cards, they just go on. The battles go on for a long time. I mean, this video here is gonna be about an hour. It looks like. And I thank you everybody for sticking with me the whole time, man. It's been awesome having y'all here in the chat. The chat, the chat has been bumping, and I'm glad to see it. And you know, it's been fun. I'm glad y'all have been here with me. I'm glad. I really am. Thank you so much. Oh, what? Oh my gosh! And the fight continues. This is like a troll match. Oh goodness, man! Let's get rid of those holy orbs. This is dry fire too. I just don't want to die anymore. So this should end, hopefully. I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay. So I promise people don't always die like that. And we didn't get our temerity, which sucks. Sucks. But that's okay. That's okay. I wanted to show y'all something, and I think I did that. Okay. I hope y'all have enjoyed watching. So, just kind of to recap what happened there. Breaker is the hardest one. Always going to be the one that goes. It's a team effort to keep everybody alive, because I know we were picking on the tank. The tank did a pretty good job, but there was a couple of times where the tank really could have helped out the party by driving. So those drives are always more important than those attacks. Definitely make sure you're doing your drives. Make sure even the drives that you don't feel like your party actually needs could be pretty important and can provide heals to certain classes. So it's actually really helpful to drive all your orbs, and especially don't hesitate to drive your healing orbs as a tank. Definitely don't hesitate to do that if you see one of the party members are kind of on the lower side. Sometimes it's not enough to have provoke up. Your teammates are still going to take tons of damage, especially the breaker. So one thing we could change is maybe bringing cure instead. I can now see the value of having a cure. And this also does like an Asuna, I think. Ooh, it gives you a veil. Yeah, it dispels one element. So this is a really good, really good card. The 5-star version's even better. I don't have it currently, but you could play around with the setup, but this setup has worked for me tons of times, but like I said, the battles are just really long, and I just wanted to show y'all this just as like a basic setup for, if you don't know where to start as a healer, this is kind of a good place to start, and then definitely work your way up from here. You might not even want to, like, I won't take this into a 4-star, battle anymore, but you can, if you have a coordinated party, you can use this and win and have no wipes, but it does take a team effort for sure. So you can only control your one class unless you're playing on like unless you're playing like on your phone. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So just worry about your one class, and hopefully your teammates will do okay. We could just do the old switcheroo here and put all the OP cards in there if you want to get your temerities, and that's probably what I'm gonna do next. I need to get that weapon, y'all. I need to get that Astro Wand X, so I need those temerities. So I'm going back in. I'll be going back in, but I'll cut the video off because we are getting at an hour, and man, it has been awesome having y'all here. Thank you for sharing this experience with me. I feel like I learned a lot from you guys, and I hope it's been the same. I hope y'all feel the same way. I hope you feel like you learned something. I hope I helped you out in some way. If I did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be doing all kinds of videos. Like, there's so much to talk about in multiplayer. Like, that's why like every one of these multiplayer videos are like an hour long. That's why you see Monkey Man and Lotus Moon making multiplayer videos, which are awesome, by the way. Make sure you check those videos out. Just because there's so much information, like one video can't possibly cover it. Not even on one class. Not even. There's so many different scenarios and setups and just weird oh crap moments and weird things that can happen in the party, and there's a lot of teamwork. So much teamwork that's involved, and this is an awesome game, and I think it's the best mobile game out there, personally. Screw that other Final Fantasy game on mobile. I don't even play those other ones anymore, y'all. I'm sticking with Mobius, so let me know how y'all feel about everything. And if you have any questions, make sure you post them, because I'm always down to answer some questions or talk to y'all in the comments and in the chat. And, thank you for joining me. And good luck to you. And, expect more videos very soon. I will catch y'all very soon. Very, very soon. So, do not worry. Thank you, everybody, for being with me. And I love y'all. And good luck to you in your life and in your pools and in your game. And, I'll catch you later, dreamers.